It's Thursday, and you know what that means? Yeah, I know we're on a different day, but it is the Greg Cherry Show, and we're doing this show tonight. I was hoping to do the Spintacular, but unfortunately, we did not meet that goal. But hopefully, this is a goal that we can achieve today. We don't have a set monetary goal per se, but I wanted to do something special for the show anyway. So tonight on the Greg Cherry Show, I'm even going to put it on the bottom there and put the comment here that tonight we're going to help out Jessi Davin because
Yes.
Jessi is a fantastic member of the IWC, despite what some a-holes say, because they're just trolls. But regardless, Jessi is fantastic. She's been on Jack of All Trades before. You can see her on Twitter, and she's hilarious. She's fantastic. Love Jessi. And for those of you who know her, she's going through a lot medically. I mean, she almost passed away last year. Like, she was going through so much stuff. So, we're going to try our best to help her out tonight. So we have the same donation rules in place. You can still get your wheel spins for $10. It's just that all the donations tonight are going straight to Jessi. So we're not making a dime off of this show tonight, but we don't care. We want to make a good show for all of you. And in that same vein, help out Jessi as much as we can. So, of course, Greg Cherry alongside Jeff Meacham, who is unfortunately feeling under the weather just a little bit.
You know the Ronas hits you bad when you get fatigued doing the damn pre-show dance to the Greg Cherry music. I'm just like, find any water, Jesus.
Yeah, COVID kicks it out of you. I mean, it really does.
It's like okay, so a lot of you know that I thought I'd contracted it pretty early on in the pandemic when I was unfortunately got my sister's entire house sequestered for 3 weeks and tried to be a false positive. This is so much more of a bitch than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's not fun. Jen and I both had it back in January, literally right before the Royal Rumble.
Of course.
And of course, it's like, hey, I want to have fun with this event. And then, COVID brings me down and the event sucked. But
let's just give Greg the Rona on his Christmas 2.0. Let's just go ahead and do that and F his day up.
Yeah, pretty much. It's my January Christmas. It really is.
Right.
But yeah,
it sucks.
COVID it's not a joke. Like, once you get it, like I was vaccinated before I got it. Right. Unfortunately, or else it probably would have been much worse.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been vaxxed and boosted for, God, I think I posted that boosted picture well over a year ago at this point. It feels like it anyway. But, man, I don't know what happened. We signed off Saturday night for Money in the Bank, and next thing I know, I was talking to JJ before he closed the call completely. I went, I don't feel good at all. And I, on a whim, took a rapid test, and it showed. I'm like, okay, I must have done something wrong, or like I'm exhausted, so it's just messing with the result. But I'll do the second one in 3 days like you're supposed to. And then I took another one Tuesday. I went, oh, Jesus. So had to cancel all plans for this weekend, praying to whatever deity y'all believe in out there, what I believe in, that the 10-day rule does hold. Because if I miss Disneyland and letting my son go to Avengers Campus for the first time, there will be blood. I promise you. Yeah, I was doing this yesterday. I was going to do a big NWO membership ranking because I knew we weren't going to be on the Greg Cherry Show yesterday. So I flipped the days because today is the actual anniversary of the NWO formation. But yeah, I barely have the energy. Like right now, I'm getting tired just talking. Like, oh, Jesus, give me more water. So it sucks.
Yeah. So hopefully, if you guys donate to the show to help Jessi out, get some wheel spins, we can have some entertainment, and Jeff can rest and just enjoy the show.
Yes,
so there's multiple. We're helping multiple people here tonight.
All the donations. Keep Jeff's trap shut today, please.
I do want to talk. I did go to the Pirates-Yankees game yesterday, which is why the Greg Cherry Show is happening today instead of yesterday. And as a Yankees fan, I enjoyed it greatly.
I'm sure you did.
I mean, the first half of the game, it was pretty tight. There was no scores through 4 innings whatsoever. Nope. And then the Yankees bats decided they wanted to wake up, and they start out with 2 runs, got a couple runs here and there, and then their bats just lit up even further. Aaron Judge got a grand slam, which was not the only grand slam of the night, if you can believe that.
Yeah.
And I meant to look it up before we came on the air. There haven't been that many multi grand slam games. I'm going to look it up now because I'm curious.
No, I can look while you keep talking if you want to give you something to do besides talk.
Let's see. Has there ever been 2 grand slams in one game?
You're in 2022 when you type in mall and your phone goes right to multiverse.
You're right. I mean, there have been some players who have hit 2 grand slams.
Which is even more obscene.
Oh, absolutely. 2 grand slams in one game by team. I'm not finding a whole lot.
There you go. 2 grand slams in one game. Baseball Almanac. That should be a reliable source.
Well, it's given me individual players who have hit 2 grand slams.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't want that.
That's not what I'm looking for.
No.
Baseball has all these stats, and you would think that.
Right. Sometimes we do need a stat boy to do this shit for us.
Yeah, I mean, he would be very helpful in this instance.
Right. Dolly, lower the barrier for a minute. Let him loose. There's a even worse joke. I'm just going to leave that one.
Yeah, the most grand slams in a game by one team is 3, which the Yankees.
Yeah, it's kind of a. Yeah.
So they didn't break the record held by them, but they did come close.
Yes.
Because there are a couple others that have hit 2.
Oh, Jesus. The first guy to hit 2 grand slams in one game was by the Cardinals against Dodgers. Well, screw the Cardinals even more now, you dicks. That was Tatis back in 99. I actually remember that now that it says that. Oh, here you go. Here's a great, just a great question that I'm sure you're going to want to talk about at some point when we get closer to NFL season, but go right ahead, brother, if you want.
Dwayne, I had to laugh at Cleveland because boy, did they just screw themselves. And I feel bad too, because this is supposed to be a Jessi Davin stream and she's a Browns fan.
I was going to say she's a major Browns fan. It's like, sorry, Jess, but
so it's one of those things. It's like, I mean, I make fun of the Browns all the time when Josh is in here, but it's one of those things that, man, you went even further all in to having Deshaun Watson start, and he might not even start this season. So your next guy up at quarterback is Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Which, have fun at the bottom of the North, guys.
Yeah, right. Here you go. I found this kind of relevant thing. Most grand slams in one game by both teams. So the record is still, the number is still 3.
Yeah. And
it's a tie. Baltimore and Texas, which astounds me that Baltimore's even in this discussion at all. But 86. That's why they were actually good back then. Got it. Okay.
There you go.
2 grand slams from Baltimore, 1 from Texas in 86. New York, the Yankees got 3 in one game in 2011. We talked about that. Let's see. National League, that'd be the Cubs. Cubs over the Astros. That's always good. 2 for Chicago, 1 for Houston. The Reds actually got 2 grand slams in a game. 2015. Wow, that's recently for them. Wow, that's pretty. And then Chicago over Pittsburgh, 2-1, just last season. But it's beating the Pirates, so it doesn't really. The fact the Pirates even got a grand slam in that game is something to talk about.
So it looks like
Most Grand Slams in one
Two
game
or
by
more.
one team, 2 or more. Yeah, that's like I said. The Yankees have the.
It's happened 86 times, including last night in Major League Baseball history.
That's bananas.
So I have been to a game, one of those 86 games
Yep.
that have had multiple Grand Slams.
I was going to say whoever's running the baseball almanac is on their ball because they already had that game in the list.
Yeah, I noticed that. I looked. I was like, "Hey, you got last."
They are on their shit, man. Good for them.
But back to football.
Yes.
I don't know how the Browns could have done Baker Mayfield that dirty. Is Baker Mayfield the greatest quarterback in the NFL right now? No. And we know that.
Right.
However, a Baker Mayfield-led Browns team won their first playoff game since when even was their last playoff one before that?
I don't think it was in your lifetime. May have been in my lifetime. Because everybody knows I'm old as shit. So
Browns playoff wins.
Yeah, there you
go. It's nice to have the computer like at the ready.
Right.
So I can look this stuff up. Browns playoff record. Their last win prior to the one against the Steelers was all the way back in 1994.
Okay, so it wasn't both our lifetimes. Okay.
Yeah. And it was a win against the New England Patriots.
Had to be, yeah, I was going to say, the Patriots 94 was definitely
a pre-Brady Patriots. Let me stress that. They did lose in the division that year to the Steelers.
Sounds about right.
I mean, yeah, that tracks. And then before that, I mean, they were a little more consistent in the 80s. But not that much.
Yeah, it seems like their best decade was the 50s.
Yeah, pre-Super Bowl era.
Yeah, as far as consistently at least making the playoffs and winning the series.
Yeah.
You know, winning a championship, that's, you know, it's not, yeah.
So a Baker Mayfield-led team won your first playoff game in nearly 30 years, and that's how you treat him.
And you let him get, that's...
I mean, it makes you wonder what is going through the minds of the front office. It's like, you want to win now, but you sign a guy who still might be suspended through like the league conduct thing or whatever. And I know like there have been reports that a lot of his cases were dismissed. It doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's a bad look for the organization. It's a bad look for the league, quite frankly.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they continue to they reached into their pockets, you know, when you're all in a cash game and like you continue to you reach into your pockets, pull out more money. It's like, yeah, I bet all this too. Like that's what they're doing with Deshaun Watson, and it might bite them in the ass because he might not even play.
No, we talked about, you know, the whole thing with Joey Ryan and Disney, you know, the Walt Disney Company. You know, they hired him at Disneyland, but they didn't do a thorough enough background check on Joseph Meehan, apparently. It's like and like I said on Saturday night, you know, that looks just as bad on the company as it does on Joey.
Yeah, I mean, you
know, Joey, whether he did what he did or didn't do, you know, that's, you know, for whoever to decide. But the company not being thorough enough, you know, is like Cleveland, you know, going all in on a guy that they might not be able to go all in on.
Yeah,
bad business.
Yeah, they got him. The internet got Joey Ryan fired from there. So,
well, yeah, you know.
I mean, it would have been one thing if they had done their background check on him, but
well, again, you know,
so even a search of his name should have pulled up his Wikipedia page, don't you think?
Which is what I was saying on Saturday, but you know, Wikipedia has been so dismissed as a non-reliable source. It's like, man, you type in if you type in his real name, his wrestling name pops up, and most of the search results are not good anymore.
Mm-mm.
even before the actual, you do it now, everything has a Disneyland tag on it now. But even before the reports came out, the last 2 years not been kind to Joey. This last season and a half, an off season, has not been kind to Watson. Whatever went down with him, it's not good business for Cleveland. And I hope, for the Browns fans' sake, like our buddy Jesse, that they get whatever shit together they need to get together in the next, month-ish.
And it makes you wonder, it's like, there hasn't been an announced punishment that I've seen in regards to Watson's status. So we have no idea. Like, these hearings could be postponed. He might still play. Will he get booed out of the building in Cleveland or wherever they play their road games? I don't know the answers to these. I just think it's a bad look entirely for the Browns organization to let Baker Mayfield go to the Panthers. Now, will Baker have more success with the Panthers? It remains to be seen. It might be a lateral move, honestly, because the Panthers aren't that great.
No, I was going to say, Carolina's such a mixed bag. So
I mean, they brought back Cam Newton, and everybody was super excited, and then Cam, like, after a game, just collapsed and was what he was in New England. You can't, as much as you don't want to put the success of a team on one player, there are a lot of teams that do that. I mean, the Buccaneers put their success on Tom Brady. The Steelers, for many years, put their success on Ben Roethlisberger. Yes, the quarterback position is important, but you need a good supporting cast, too. So,
I mean, at best, camp is not far off at all. Like, usually camp's around mid-July.
Yeah.
And figure the Hall of Fame game's not that far away either, so which means preseason's...
No, we're almost to preseason. Like, next month is preseason football.
Seriously, the Hall of Fame game's August 4th. I know that because we're starting Stop Boy Sports Bar the following Tuesday, the 9th. So it's like, we are not far off from Cleveland having to decide what the hell they're going to do here. Or these accusations doing what the hell they're going to do or not going to do and just be done with it. Like, let it go.
Exactly. I'm putting this back on screen because I just saw somebody who retweeted my tweet. Thank you, Sean. So in case there's an influx of people coming in, I want them to see that this is where the stuff goes. I mean, I have the link. I put the link for Jesse's actual donation page in the description of the show, too. So if you just want to go support her directly and not have me be the middleman, that's perfectly fine. Go do that. Perfectly fine. I won't see that on here, but there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So anything to help out Jesse. That's the entire point of the show.
Exactly. And Sean retweeting that does not lower my my need to praise Sean. We love our Sean Ross Sappner on this show. We do.
Sean gets so much shit.
Way too much.
He does get way too much shit, even from people we know. But Sean has always been good to me. Like, I mean, I started out being a dick to him like a couple years ago, but that was just me being jealous that I couldn't get on Quizzlemania. And like I put my ego in check and apologized to him, and we've been cool ever since. So thank you, Sean.
Which is the bitch of a thing to do, is put your own ego in check and realize that it is what it is.
And you know what? I would say it's paid dividends. People don't realize how far kindness and respect actually goes. Like,
no,
everybody wants to be a hard ass. Everybody wants to be like the top dog, or whatever the case may be. Like, it is slightly harder to be kind when like you're angry at somebody or you don't agree with somebody. And we talk all the time, politics is work. We say that all the time. Yeah. And it's so hard to be kind and put your own feelings aside. And trust me, it feels so good to be a good person. It really does. I'm not saying I'm a perfect person. I'm not saying I'm a good person. I'm just saying to show kindness to people, to show respect to people who might be in a position above you that you want to be. That goes a lot further than being a dick.
Yeah.
It goes way further. Trust them.
Despite belief to the contrary, especially in the business we cover the majority of the time.
Yeah. So I do want to talk about Money in the Bank briefly.
Oh, okay, good.
Because
I should watch that. So yeah.
There you go.
I covered it even.
Liv Morgan cashing in her Money in the Bank, which was a fantastic moment for Liv. It was a great. Money in the Bank was the Liv Morgan show, which is perfectly fine.
Yes.
It worries me, though, that they did the women's cash in within 24 hours for the 5th straight year.
Yeah.
It worries me that they have no long-term storytelling for the women.
Which is exactly what I said during the predictions part of the show Saturday.
Which also scares me because I think they're going to give the title back to Ronda at SummerSlam.
Yep, me too.
Now, if it turns Ronda heel, that's fine. But you're going to have... Because I know they want to build to Ronda and Becky at WrestleMania because they want that one-on-one match.
Which I'm okay with being here. So
I don't know how they're going to get there with Becky being heel right now and like transitioning to face Ronda because, big time Bex is a different animal than the man.
Very much so.
So I really don't know how they're going to get there. And also you have to wonder about Charlotte coming back. You have to wonder about Bayley coming back.
Yep.
Whenever that's going to be. I mean, Bayley's been out for almost a full year at this point.
Yeah, and it's funny. I don't remember the context of the situation, but JJ sent me a screenshot of somebody's Instagram story. I guess their daughter was at, I want to say it was Epcot. I could be wrong on the actual park within Disney World. Forgive me, y'all. I'm a little foggy today. But both Mercedes and Bayley were there posing with the young lady, and I didn't see a brace on Bayley's knee. I didn't see any sort of thing to help her along. And I also pointed out that Mercedes looks pretty good for somebody that's on the outs with the company. So it's one of those. It's probably a matter of what do we do with her when we bring her back, because we probably had this grand plan for her return, and now her former partner and everything being on the outs is messing up everything.
It's not going to feel the same. Like,
no,
everybody's going to be excited that Bayley's going to come back. The problem is, like, it's going. I'm not saying Bayley's return's going to suck without Sasha,
right.
But I almost feel like Bayley and Sasha are the soulmates that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are.
Yeah.
And I've said it before on this show multiple times. I've said it on Twitter. If you've heard me talk about her whatsoever, I say this. Sasha Banks, Mercedes Varnado, is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Point blank. Say what you will about her promo ability. When she's in between those ropes, there is nobody better than her. There isn't. And nobody's going to convince me otherwise. Like, that sounds like an arrogant take from my part, but I have watched women's wrestling almost as long as you have. And just she legitimately in that ring could compete for men's championships and make it be believable.
I think she could too. And I think people are more critical of her attitude outside of the ring art now than they are of her.
I'm going to go on a little bit of
ability.
I'm going to go on a rant here. Wouldn't you have attitude too if you were given a bunch of reigns and you've only had one of your reigns on the main roster have successful title defenses out of 6?
Yeah.
6 reigns, and she had one where she successfully defended the title. She had no WrestleMania wins until this year.
Yeah.
So, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people all the time, it's like, oh, we love Naomi, but Sasha's got an attitude problem. Why does Sasha have an attitude problem? She wants the division to be better. Like she didn't walk out because she wasn't getting the spotlight. She was going to get a singles women's title match against Ronda Rousey. That was going to happen. That was part of the plan. She wanted the women's tag team titles to be the focus. Guess where the women's tag team titles are now? Up in Vacan's house. And you know what? They might not come back.
No. Because you ain't heard shit about them since they first announced this tournament.
Ever since Cole did his little diatribe on SmackDown, you haven't heard a damn thing about the women's tag team titles. You know why? Because nobody cares about them.
Oh,
I fully put the blame on friggin' Laurinaitis for that.
Oh,
because
God,
he doesn't give a damn about the women's division. He's sleeping with them.
Sorry.
No, you're perfectly fine. It's just so wildly frustrating. And granted, the women's tag team titles were not booked that great. The best booked the women's tag team titles were, and everybody might be annoyed for me saying this, Sasha and Bayley when Bayley was the SmackDown Women's Champion. That reign with the women's tag team titles, those titles felt more important than they ever did.
Yeah, because figure she was SmackDown Women's Champion, they were tag champions, and for a little bit, Sasha was claiming the Raw Women's title. She ended up actually winning the darn thing for a second.
Yeah,
so
she was Raw Women's Champion.
Yeah, so it was at a time where all the women's championships were actually getting, and yeah, it was during pandemic. Okay, so what?
Yeah, but they felt important. They felt like they mattered. Like Sasha and Bayley made those championships worth something.
Yep.
And yes, they did lose them to Nia and Shayna. Okay, that is what it is.
Right.
But that feud between the two led to the breakup of Bayley and Sasha, which led to one of the best Hell in a Cell matches the company's ever seen. So, if everybody wants to get on my case, if anybody wants to get on my case about Sasha not deserving the spot or Sasha having an attitude, you know what? She fucking deserves it. She fucking deserves to have that attitude. I don't support people from Boston very often, but I'll tell you what. I will die on the hill that Sasha Banks, Mercedes Varnado is the greatest women's wrestler of all time, and nobody can tell me different. You can try. I'm not going to listen.
And you are not wrong about Laurinaitis. He showed his hand when he married into the family who his daughters, his stepdaughters were the ones pushing for those titles to be reinstated in the first place.
Yeah.
And then we found out he ended up stepping out on the mom while she was recovering from brain cancer. So not only is he running an entire company's talent relations with a completely skewed veil, he's just a dick in general. So
yeah, he never cared about women's wrestling.
Never. He has not ever.
There, yeah, women's wrestling did not matter to Laurinaitis whatsoever.
No, it doesn't seem like women matter to John Laurinaitis based on what you and I both know.
Yeah, I mean that's
he's such a. Oh my God, I can't say anymore without getting us in more trouble, son. Sorry.
I'm gonna make you hyperventilate talking about him. That's
right? I'm like,
yeah, you can't breathe as is.
Seriously, it feels like I've got Yokozuna just randomly just here, just kind of chilling.
You mean like that time you gave the bonsai drop to the jobber and he just sat on him?
Right. It's like, Rodney, really, come on, man, give me a little bit here.
Well, Dwayne, I appreciate you. You're going to get yourself a couple spins, and you're helping out Jessi in the process. Appreciate it. That's what the stream is all about. I was hoping this would happen. Thank you, Dwayne. Going to pull up the wheel here, and we're going to see what you get.
I'm going to go off camera for a second. The bright light making the green screen work is just hurting my eyes, so bear with me here.
You should put on sunglasses if you have them. That should help.
I do, just not handy enough where I'm going to be off air for a minute if I do.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, they're right here.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, then hell.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
All right.
It's like Jeff Dunham's gay superhero. Never mind.
So,
Anyway.
so for those joining us who haven't, who aren't familiar with the wheel, because we may have a couple, thanks to the retweets tonight. There you go. This wheel, you can get anything you want for a donation of $10. You get a spin for every $10 that you donate. And I have spots on there. You can get a shot at the WTC Championship, like directly. You don't have to go through a tournament. You don't have to enter anything. You get the shot in the future at some point.
It's not instant.
Yeah, it's not an instant title shot.
The question maker's not ready for that.
Yeah. We also have a spot to be a Jack of all trades contestant. So at the earliest August, because I have plans for July. I've mentioned that the tag team episode is happening.
Yes.
Still got to coordinate that. I don't think that one team is going to happen, Jeff, unfortunately.
It is what it is, but we do have backups in place, so it's all good.
Yeah, we do. So we're going to give you 2 spins, and I don't care about monetization as far as if we get banned for, well, not banned, but like if we get knocked for playing wrestlers' theme songs or karaoke songs or whatever the case is.
It's like land on entrance and request rock house. I will rock the shit out of that today.
All right, so here we go. First spin for Dwayne.
Or even, Voodoo Child or Wolfpack. I can be a lame white guy rapping.
All right, we got an entrance. So, Dwayne, let me know what entrance you want me to do. And while you're thinking of that, here's your second spin. Oh, you're coming back, Dwayne. You're coming back. Dwayne was on Jack of All Trades, I believe, back in May, if I'm correct. And
the day I lost my shit and my title.
I think. Were you on that episode? I don't know if you were.
I honestly forgot when because Matty just had his third match as champion and he lost. So that was July, June. Yeah, no, I can't. Okay,
you weren't on that episode. No. But Dwayne nearly dethroned Matty on that episode. So
that's what it was. That's what it was.
He's got a shot. He's got a shot. So Dwayne will be seeing you on Jack of All Trades. No.
No?
Do you not want that? I
didn't want it. Well, it is an option C where you can trade 3 of them in for a world title shot, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, if you get there.
Stop it.
Oh, you came back from last and lost by like 2 points. Why did I think you did better on that episode? Maybe it's because the final score was so close.
No, JB3. He's already done the Nikki Bella thing. We don't need to see that again.
I have a Nikki Bella video on TikTok. Go watch that.
There you go.
Oh, he was answering to you. Okay. So,
okay.
We will see you, Dwayne. I'm thinking August because I haven't started setting the contestants for the August episode yet because I'm still working towards the tag team one here in a couple weeks. And I might have to move the August episode till the last Thursday of August due to prior commitments.
Good to know.
So there you go. Let me know what entrance you want, and we'll take this off the screen. If anybody else wants to donate, feel free. You can earn the same things that Dwayne did. You can earn different things. Like you can have me sing karaoke. You can have me do the Savage impression. You can get a shot at the WTC title. What else is on there?
I'm not doing macho talk today. It'll be too much of a strain.
I haven't had to do jumping jacks or squats, which is good because my ankles all sorts of messed up.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, no bueno.
But that's on there too.
Yes. Oh, Jesus.
The Doctor of Thugonomics. All right.
Tremendous.
I mean, that's a relatively easy one.
Yes. No, Mike, I didn't bring up Bully Ray's comments on Liv just because I didn't really feel a need to. That's Bully's opinion. It is what it is. Like I've always said, everybody has opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. They usually stink. So.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm perfectly fine with how Liv was this week so far. Bully is not shy about speaking his mind, and I admire that about him. I just don't always agree with him. I don't think we should have to agree with him just because he's a Hall of Famer and a tag team legend or whatever.
He has his opinions about wrestling and how to generate heat. Heat.
Yeah. I mean, if you were at an ECW show in '99, you were lucky if you got out of there without a riot going around you because of Dudley's. So, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, heat has to be generated in a different way than it was in the 90s. You can't get away with
this
that.
This is also true.
Yeah. All right. So, Dr. Thugonomics entrance. Dwayne.
Tiffany, make sure I contact John, let him know we're doing this today. It's tremendous.
So, you think you're untouchable? Word life. This is basically.
He always used to hold the title like way back.
Yeah, like he'd freaking go for like the Randy Orton pose, only one arm in the belt though.
Yeah,
it's funnier than hell. Dwayne, as long as Greg's seen the entrance and it's familiar enough to everybody, you can do any wrestling entrance really, because
yeah. I mean, AEW's I'm pretty okay with. I mean, I didn't watch last night's Dynamite. Obviously, I was at the baseball game.
Yes.
But if you have an AEW entrance that is possible that I can do, I'll let you know.
Going forward.
We appreciate the donation anyway.
Yes, definitely.
I'll make sure that money gets to Jessi.
Yeah. So I don't think I've actually, if I have asked you this, forgive me, because I've talked about these guys so much over the years, but today, of course, anniversary. What is your enduring NWO memory besides the formation, I guess?
I mean, the formation sticks out in my mind. The Giant joining the NWO for the first time.
That was huge back then.
Yeah.
Giant. I mean, it's
funny. Also, Bischoff joining the NWO and Piper's promo calling him out.
That was so good.
Yeah. I mean, Piper was the perfect foil for that situation.
Yes, he was.
And, like, you could see, like, in that segment alone, you could see, like, him go from President Bischoff to the Eric Bischoff that we know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, almost instantaneously. Like, you see him hand the microphone to Hogan, and, like, then he becomes the Eric Bischoff that everybody knows.
It was straight up freaking Palpatine in episode 3. It was like he was instantly the evil bastard. Like,
yes.
Tremendous stuff.
And he did so well with that. I mean, obviously, because if it would have flopped, we would have never seen him in WWE.
No.
But that moment made Eric Bischoff.
Yep.
And gave him the career and
that
he truly deserved. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer for a reason. So
yeah. The only downer part of that is DiBiase was made completely useless in the NWO.
Yeah.
Completely irrelevant. Because he was brought in to be mouthpiece guy, and it was like, okay.
I mean, he went with the Steiners for a brief bit, and then Scott joined the NWO.
Well, it was funny. He was actually with the Steiners for a good, I want to say more than half a year. I want to say he joined them around August of '97, up until Super Brawl, when Scotty turned. So yeah, about half a year. But yeah, Ted and I even talked about that moment when we finally got to meet him like all those years ago. Now, God, it feels like so short time ago. But then I realized he was this big in the picture, so no, not so much.
If I had to pick one WWE NWO moment, HBK returning.
What made that for me was them doing the Dudes with Attitudes High Five.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
Because like if you're a Sean fan from back when Nash was still there, it's like, I remember they did the thing. So, and of course, Sean literally kicked the book out of the group
the other day, and it's still awesome because I remember watching that moment live, and as soon as Sean's music hit, like me, the big HBK fan that I was, losing my mind.
Oh yeah,
Shawn Michaels was back.
Yep.
And little did I know the run he was going to go on.
Yeah, it's one of those. I didn't realize how much I missed because my grades were. Well, let's say it like it is. My grades were such shit in high school that I had the business taken away from me as a fan for pretty much the entire 4 years I was in high school. So I missed the initial crumbling and then the mini restructurings, all that shit of the NWO.
Yeah.
So going back and watch it now, I go, man, Bischoff's not lying when he says the product completely took a spiral downwards around mid '98. Like right, not too long after Road Wild, it really just.
Yeah. And then the finger poke of doom and.
But you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because they actually just covered Nash's '99 on Eric's podcast, 83 Weeks, here very recently, actually. I've said this to you. I've put it out there on social media. I've talked about it for a long time. If the pack stays healthy, they got a good half a year of program.
Yeah.
Because figure they already had Goldberg fighting Hall at sold out because you gotta give instant revenge for costing the title.
Mm-hmm.
There were enough elite members of the Wolfpack, not counting David Flair and Tori Wilson. Let's just where you have an opponent for each pay-per-view up until Hogan at Bash of the Beach.
Yep.
But Hogan goes down. Lex, I think, tore his bicep, if I remember right. Scott Hall ended up, I think, like having his foot run over by a random piece of equipment or some stupid shit. Scotty Steiner hurt himself again. So you've got, four of the tippy top of that group. When the elite comes down to freaking Buff Bagwell and Disco Inferno, yeah, it's not so elite anymore at that point.
And I mean, should we get into Buff's Twitter thing?
No, because I'm not going to want a phone call when I can't fight back verbally.
Yeah, I got you.
It's one of those, you're going to believe what you're going to believe from one side or the other.
No.
I tend to... I'm horribly biased, and I can't help that. I would like to think that his time with Dallas and his time, that the stuff he said on Twitter prior to this bullshit this week has been sincere, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because we're not like hanging out every week or talking all the time like you and I, buddies. We're just buds. It's kind of what it is.
Yeah. I
hope that it. The account for the former account for his show, which now says Rebuilding Stuff, not Buff, has said they're going to make some sort of statement on there, and then they're going to leave it up for 7 days and then take the account down. It's like, okay.
Yeah. So
how much of a spin are you going to put on? How much of a spin did Mark already put on it? Where's the truth in between the Gaga here?
Yeah.
It's wrestling. It's all Gaga.
And back to talking about the elite, Buff Bagwell was a babyface within a couple months.
I was going to say he accidentally cost
Flair and Piper.
Yeah, he accidentally cost Scotty the I want to say it was either TV the US shit. I don't remember at this point.
I feel like US makes more sense. I don't think Scott would have been relegated to the TV.
Well, no, because you know what, Scott Hall was the US champion coming out of Super Bowl IX in '99, so it was a TV title. He cost Scott the match with Booker T, so Scott removed him from the NWO the following, whatever it was, Nitro or Thunder, whatever it was. So, yeah, it's, like I said, when your group has so much injury or, just random bits of phenomena, and, Bischoff himself even said on the show, it's like, it was such chaos at that point because they hadn't, it was definitely on the downturn.
Yeah.
Their last victory in the ratings themselves was the night after Halloween Havoc, and because they screwed that show up so bad. Yeah. So, yeah, I still maintain it. If the Wolfpack Elite stays healthy and they actually carve the black and white out, like, bye. Yeah. They've got money there. And they could have at least made a serious go of turning it around.
Dwayne is asking, has anyone heard if the Raka Khan case have been heard? Like Scott Steiner's former TNA, like I've heard nothing about Raka Khan in years. So
I haven't heard that name since she was in TNA and the lawsuit was initiated. So God, that's no idea.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
Yeah,
sorry,
unless it pops up on Twitter and everybody's talking about it, I don't see it.
Yeah,
and even then, I might ignore some stuff.
I hear about Steiner Math more than I hear about Raka Khan just because we're all getting old and feeble-minded and we start having Steiner Math in our real lives.
Yeah. There's a 141 2/3 chance that I won't remember this conversation.
Very true. Which is why there's a shirt where somebody else is accounting on Jack of all WGC besides me.
Yeah. I need to get my new politics shirt up. I've been thinking about it, and like it's not just my politics as a work shirt, because I understand that a lot of people might not watch pro wrestling, so they won't get that. So
right.
I'll tell you off air my idea, because I gotta get ready for a trivia match tonight, and in fact, I'm going to show you. It's this one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'm facing Brett Storm tonight.
Oh, jeez. I love that picture has endured, by the way, the one of you like just screaming randomly with the belt in your hand. That just makes me smile so big that picture's endured.
I literally took that after we filmed the post show for...
I know.
And that was when I knew I was going to be on Quizlemania too, so I had to get the shirt and the belt and
yes. That. So good. So good. It's crazy how long ago that was already, the Quizlemania, but you were on Quizlemania. Like, it's been
4 months ago.
Yeah, it's like, geez, like 4 months just.
Yeah, like 2022 is flying by.
Yeah, we're already on July 7th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're more than halfway through the year. Like, we're less than 6 months from Christmas. Like, that's how insane it is.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I know you work from home still, right?
Yes.
So you're working from home. This is my work at home. So it's like, you go to the ballgame and say, it's like, oh, what is that? It's like, that's the sun, dear. Oh, okay. See, so you never really pay much attention to the days passing. I'm waiting on a match with Paul Mead. Oh, there you go. Yeah, again, as far as the Rock and Con stuff, I had not heard anything beyond that initial charges lawsuit thing, and I don't know if it ever got resolved. That'd be a throw in your Google machine there, Dwayne, because we have no idea. I do not know. Man, it's funny. I was trying to look up what I can do around here to not have to go to the friggin' doctor and actually like take more pills, because Lord knows I love the pill taking as it is around here. It's like I'm doing all the right things. It's just a matter of consistency, and natural antibiotics are such a pain in the butt to try to maintain in a fresh situation, as far as like garlic and honey and things like that. And people, well, that doesn't help. It doesn't hurt.
So apparently she's supposed to stand trial July 22nd.
Oh, geez.
On charges of interference with child custody and aggravated kidnapping facility.
Yeah, that much I remembered. I just didn't know when the trial date was. That's crazy. Yeah, she did not have a very stable existence within the wrestling business.
No,
or in life, apparently.
I only remember her brief TNA. Like, she's in the background of the Steiner Math video.
Yes.
So between her and Petey Williams and I forget what the interviewer's name is.
It wasn't Hudson, was it?
No, it was a woman. It wasn't.
Oh, geez, I know.
Scott Hudson, I think, was long gone by then.
Oh God. Now I'm curious who it was.
I'm terrible with the backstage.
Steiner Math promo. Transcript. That would be an adventure. I'll read that later.
Just read the Wendy's tweet.
Oh, that's Lauren. That's the one that the beautiful people fucking. Wow, sorry for the F-bomb. Freaking picked on every week. Sorry about that.
No,
Don't mind me.
So yeah, we normally have like our set stuff on the show, like the weird laws and stuff.
Yes.
But I'm not sure if we're going to get any more donations. Dwayne, we do appreciate yours.
Yes, thank you, dude.
So it won't be a ton that'll go to Jessi, but it'll still help.
20's 20.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit will be taken out for the PayPal, whatever. But
damn PayPal.
And I'm sure once I give it to the thing that I'll have to pay. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh. Hold my beer? Oh, geez.
I wonder if he's going to send in some more.
Oh, boy. We know he's infamous for that, him and Brett both, so.
Yeah. Brett must be he must be working before he has to face me in a match tonight, so that's fun.
Yes.
He actually just got over COVID himself, I believe.
Yeah, I remember that. God. It seems to be really hitting everybody, more people than I know than it has the last 2 years. So maybe it's a good sign that it's going to work its way through and finally be out of our lives for as far as the intense amount of it.
Well, I'm hoping it's like I don't think herd mentality is the right thing. It's like what is it? Herd immunity? Is that what it is? Where a bunch of people are immune to it, that just kind of goes away, or it's like not as.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that herd immunity?
I'm not. Yeah, that sounds like the right term.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
But yeah, it's one of those things that's hopefully it's becomes less of an issue, because I know Aaron is still concerned with it.
Oh yeah,
because he's mentioned as much. But.
Yeah, it's trying to, it's funny. They announced that they're going to bring back the original Halloween setup as far as the original 1978 movie with Michael Myers, the original Myers, everything for Universal this year. And because I knew Aaron knew, because he keeps other shit like that. And he texts me, he goes, Caitlin said it's June. Okay. All right. I just know how you guys in travel aren't exactly best buddies right now. So let's give me advance notice.
Well, I invited him, Caitlin, and Lady Aaron to look at the draw later this month. So I'm kind of hoping they can make it, because
that'd be cool.
It's possible that it's going to be the biggest game I've ever had.
That'd be cool.
So it'd be cool to have them come down and play. He says he's concerned about COVID, but the county I live at is one of the lowest COVID things in the state. So maybe I should send them the stats and be like, hey, come get stuff dumped on your head.
Right. Seriously, just use garlic, use honey. They'll be naturally immune to that shit. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. I've never used honey for luck of the draw.
Oh, what have I done? I'm sorry, Caitlin and Lady Aaron, in advance. Jesus, what have I done?
Thank you, Dwayne, for another donation. Appreciate it. You're going to get yourself another wheel spin.
Cool.
I'm sure Jessi will thank you too.
Yes.
So let me pull up the wheel. Let's
I know
see, what else we can get you. Maybe we can get you another entrance so you can request your AEW entrance.
Yeah, the last time we used any sort of irregular substance with Aaron involved, we were washing out Jade's sink out of black hair dye for a month.
well,
Rocky Horror
none of the stuff will dye hair. Like I'm not that sadistic.
Oh, I'm not saying that. Well, it's going to be messy no matter what.
Yeah, I did vegetable oil once. Never again.
Never again. Ever. That's one of the worst things ever.
It was a mistake that I couldn't be talked out of.
Yeah. No. Nope.
But I heard about that for months from the guy who got it.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, Dwayne. Here's your next spin.
That shit gets into your. It lingers like a fungus. Oh, it's awful.
Right past. He might get his wish. Look at that.
There you go. See,
you get your wish. It's an entrance, so
send us off with NWO.
I mean, he gets his wish.
Yeah,
he wanted. He wanted another entrance. So
he did. He got what he wanted. See, we are about making wishes come true here. We don't have quite the number that John Cena does, damn it, but we're on our way.
Not even close.
Not even close, but we're on our way.
I was gonna say if we had half of Cena's number, I'm sure we'd have donations out the wazoo.
If we had a tenth of John
of course,
Cena,
I wouldn't be able to keep up with all those spins.
Accurate. And you love every minute of it, and you know it.
Oh, I mean, I would.
650 something? Yeah, you'd be happy as a peckerhead. Are you kidding me?
I had a feeling.
Son of a bitch.
I had a feeling. I knew
asked.
it. Like I knew he was going to do the Acclaimed. I just
my
had
God.
a feeling it was going to be the Acclaimed.
So you'll appreciate this more than the viewing audience, especially today's audience. Stagger Lee and I talked yesterday when I told him about my fun time I'm dealing with right now. He says, so I can't hear the term scissoring the same way ever again. I'm like, yeah, once you hear somebody tell Billy Gunn to scissor me daddy ass, it's a whole other context now.
Oh, I saw the clip. That's not going to be a thing anymore.
Oh, it's not even a clip. Like, it happened for weeks until yesterday, like you said. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying last night on Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. It was...
The Ass Boys and Daddy Ass turned on the Acclaimed.
I am so glad they weren't a thing on the cruise. That would have been just more awkward than it already was with him being called Mr. Cock for the whole day, the whole cruise. Scissor, like, it's one of those, like, damn it, Pittsburgh is your town. There you go, even better, see?
Here's the thing, Dwayne, I am going to write an Acclaimed rap for you, okay?
Oh, wow, look at you.
Like I'm going full board because Dynamite's not on tonight, so I got a little
That's
time.
true. That's very true. This is an accurate statement. God, there's so many different breakdowns of Scott Steiner's math promo. There's one here I found from like Ask Something or whatever. They've got the best parts highlighted. Oh, shit. And then Petey with the random quote at the end. Hey, Scotty, just like you always say, Big Papa Pumps your hook up. Well, the Maple Leaf Muscles who you need to look up. Holla if you hear that. Like, what the hell the randomness, Petey? Oh, Lord.
It's a forgotten.
It's forgotten part of that time in TNA that freaking Little Petey Pump was a thing.
Dwayne says he wants me to write a rap because I'm facing Brett tonight. So
that's tremendous. Oh, Lord. Seriously, just reading the promo makes my brain hurt. I can't imagine watching it again.
Right.
Good old Scotty Steiner. Always good for a...
This is hard.
It is.
This
it definitely is.
Rap to try and mimic Max Caster. This is going to be clip worthy, by the way. So if you want me to be completely embarrassed, this is the stuff I do. You know,
this is it. Here's your chance, kids. That's tremendous.
All right.
Oh, Lord. Just trying to look up something while we wait here. There we go. Okay. I already watched that. And I'm getting a headache from this damn sunglasses wrapped around my face. Just give me a second here. Oh, goodness gracious. Jesus. We're live. Don't mind us, kids. We're just trying to find stuff. Greg's being creative on the writing. I'm just trying to find decent clothes to wear.
Right.
You know, I guess I can promote this since I actually have it up there on sale now. I actually have one to wear. Oh, lordy. That's it. Everybody's like, what's the sound effects? What's happening?
Let me make sure I can see this when I do the rap.
There we go.
All right.
I actually don't know the answer to the who was supposed to be the Acclaim before, but Caster and Bowens. I know it was somebody that got released or suspended or some stupid shit. I don't remember the actual answer though. Oh
man. It helps too that they literally just dropped like the Acclaim theme, so it's actually like
right.
clean.
That was definitely helpful. Is that shadow from the camera? Oh god, the shadow from the camera is on my camera. That's hysterical.
Good.
Can I move that over? I guess I can since I'm not actually worried about the background. No, that's not much better. That's okay. Is it working? I know hit it.
All right. I apologize. I'm only trying this once, but here we go. Yo, listen, yo, the Acclaimed is here. Knocking back your best effort. We're gonna shit. I screwed it up already.
Oh boy.
I've got to try it again because I messed up the first verse. So
That's there you go.
It's hard to rap. I'm white. Yo, listen, yo, the Acclaimed is here, knocking back your best effort, gonna debunk all your bullshit like you're Brad Shepard. Going for the sweep, I'm out here cleaning. You stole your brain nickname from Bobby Heenan. You won't beat me, but I'm sure you'll try to fight us. Gonna move past you faster than a woman to Laurinaitis. You'll never be my best friend, that's Travis Fame. The Greg Cherry brand, and everyone loves the Acclaimed. Pittsburgh! The Acclaimed have arrived!
There you go.
I hope that was sufficient.
Anytime you pick on Johnny Ass is just bonus points for me anyway. You know this. Oh, Lord.
I even got a BS diss in there.
Nope. Lost you a little bit.
I said I even got a BS diss in there.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That's it. BS is the word.
All right.
Oh, well.
Well, we are a little past 8 o'clock, and I got to get ready for my trivia match against Brett Storm, who does call himself the Brain. That's hence the Heenan dig.
Yes, I got you. It's all good, brother. We appreciate you putting up with me today. This is as shitty as I sound.
I feel like after the show's over, I have to clip that and send it to Jessi specifically.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But thank you, everybody, for watching. I will make sure that donation goes to Jessi, even if a couple bucks are taken out of it because of the PayPal fees to whatever. It's more than I would have got if it would have been donated straight through the super chats. Because
no kidding.
Yeah. But thank you, everybody, for watching. Appreciate you. I hope Jessi appreciates the donations too.
Yes.
So,
I'm sure she
will too. It's not a lot, but anything to help. So we will see you back here next Wednesday, back at our regularly scheduled time at 7 o'clock Eastern. And in 2 weeks, Jack of All Trades returns, and we are going to have our first tag team episode. And don't forget, tonight over on the Combat Wrestling Trivia channel, go check that out tonight. Go follow JB3 on Twitter at JB3CWT, by the way, because this is happening. It's happening tonight. Brett Storm, Greg Cherry, the rematch from the championship match back in March is happening over in CWT. My championship is not on the line. My pride might be, but we will see exactly what happens there. So for Jeff Meacham, pray he feels better. I am Greg Cherry. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week right here on the Greg Cherry Show.